HTC and Samsung each launched their flagship Android phones this summer to much fanfare and acclaim. Both have the latest hardware, awesome little software tricks, and a bunch of other neat features. And that's great and all, but there is one new feature, or rather old feature, that both of the devices have that I hope to see on a lot of new devices. The technology I'm talking about is infrared transmitters. Now this used to be used back in the day to actually transmit data between two devices. You'd line them up on a table or a flat surface, making sure not to move them at all, and line up their infrared transmitters, and then you could transfer data from one device to the other. Of course, when Bluetooth came out, killed this service. No more infrared transmitters on devices. Jump ahead a few years, and you started to see one or two phones that actually had infrared transmitters on them. Now what had happened was they started using a software in order to make the infrared transmitter send data to a television set in much the same way that your current TV remote does. Now, this was great. It allowed you to change the channels, control the volume, and a bunch of other simple things from the device. But despite that, it never really caught on. Which brings us to the present. Samsung and HTC have taken this feature and kicked it up a notch using some licensed software from certain companies. Now, not only can you change channels up and down, control the volume, turn the TV on and off, but you can do so much more. Okay, so now on the screen, I can see that SpongeBob is playing, and I really want to watch SpongeBob. So, all I have to do is click on his image here, and the channel that he's on is automatically sent to the TV. Okay, on the home screen of the app, you're shown all of the shows that are currently running. They even have little blue progress bars underneath them to show you how far into the show they are. You can also scroll down and see shows that are coming up next. Now, it populates this list based on shows that you tell it are your favorites when you first set up the app. Okay, on top of that, you can set reminders for your favorite shows. You can even view your normal cable guide here on the phone. Also, you can search for shows using a real keyboard. With all these features, you kind of feel like your normal TV remote maybe should get lost. All of this is great and all, but I have to mention, there is a dark side to this feature. Hey babe, what are you watching? Shh.
What happened? What the hell?
That's so weird. It's probably ghosts. Yeah, ghosts. So this feature has much worse consequences in public. At your local bar, for example, when the very popular game is on and that star player is about to score, and then all of a sudden, needless to say, I love this feature. Seriously, ever since the phone began, it has just been assimilating device after device. First, it got rid of the internet device, then it got rid of the GPS, making that pretty much obsolete. And then through apps, it got rid of a whole bunch of other electronics, from things like audio tuners to voice recorders to planners to you name it. I think it's about time for it to finally get rid of my remote and make that useless as well. Right now, the HTC One and the Samsung Galaxy S4 are the only two main devices that have this new feature. But I think once people start to realize how convenient this is, we're going to start seeing it a lot more. Let's just hope that most people use this feature for good and not evil.